3-0, we lose to Manchester City in the derby. A derby that didn't even feel like a derby. We were in the derby like we're like passengers, and Manchester City were just driving us around. This is Leegolazo. Thanks for stopping by. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always stopping by. Please, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please click on the subscribe icon. It takes less than 2 seconds to get subscribed to my channel. I don't know how to start this game, but I must say it's a very, very disappointing performance for United. It's one that I didn't even see coming. I knew that it could go either way, either Man City wins or we give a good fight. But the fact that we didn't give any fight at all in this game is what upsets me. They score 3 goals and we don't reply any single one. We don't get to scores. Like Man City bullied us today in this derby. We were bullied, humbled. We don't even have a mouth to say anything. Foden scores in the first half, and what did we do? We kept quiet. We didn't even make an attempt to come back and defend, come back to defend, come back to attack, and feel like people that have actually really are ready to score goals in the derby. Nothing happened. We allowed City to bully us from the beginning of the game to the end of the game. We allowed Haaland to take over. In fact, City would have scored more goals if we're not just lucky. The ones that Tijani Rangers missed, the one Haaland missed again, it would have scored more goals. We were just like passengers. It's supposed to be a derby, and it felt like Manchester City were playing clubs in championship. No. Amorim needs to get his team together, his squad together. Now, one thing that happened to us today was that Amorim, during the week, he said he was going to start Bayonde and not the new guy, Sani Lammers. And I was worried. It was like, he's going to start Bayonde because Sani Lammers doesn't have Premiership experience and Bayonde needs to prove himself. I was worried. It's a very costly decision to make. You don't prove yourself in a derby. So what happens? Man City, on the other hand, they had a new goalkeeper, Donnarumma, and they started the guy. Did you see the kind of saves that guy made? Why? He doesn't even have Premiership experience. So what is the difference between Pep and Amorim? Pep didn't want to play anything. Pep wanted to just win. Pep has got to the point where he's just trying to put his house in order. He's just in a state of emergency because after the last loss they had, they have to put themselves together. Amorim, on the other hand, doesn't even feel like he has a clue of what's happening in Man United. He's just acting clueless. So how did the experience help today? Because Bayonde obviously didn't look like someone that had experience. He had the one-on-one where he could have come closer to Haaland and make himself bigger. He did not. So how did the experience pay off if you wanted to start him because of the experience? Our midfield was out of control. Our defense was out of control. Our attack, they were confused. Bruno Fernandes couldn't do anything. Mbomo had a chance he missed. And it just felt like Man United was a whole chaos. Our house is scattered. We need to do something. We're going to go down. We're 14th on the table. Almost the same place we were when Amorim took over. We're heading to that same direction. When we'll just stop. The last game we won, we've had 4 games. We played 4 games so far in Premiership, and we had 1 win against Burnley, and it was a free penalty they gave us. That's how we won that game, remember. We've just won the Burnley game. We drew 1, and we've lost 2. How long will this continue? How long do we begin to talk about this thing? Because it looks like Amorim is not understanding, and we've given him so much chances. Ugarte didn't do anything today. Mazwari didn't do anything today. I don't understand why we cannot just blend as a team and do well. For this season, we've not even impressed. We've not impressed ourselves. We've not even impressed. The game we played against Arsenal, it felt like we were coming back. But now you just feel like we're just lucky on that day. Arsenal weren't just at their best, because I don't see how Arsenal couldn't have beat us so many goals and they scored only 1. What they were beaten in their last game in Premiership before the international breaks, but they had a different mentality today. We did not have that mentality in Man United. We were bullied by Man City, and it showed so much. Our midfield was just out of control. We couldn't string passes. Passes we string, they would take the ball and they run to our box. Our box got tried more and more times today than in the last few games. Amorim needs to do something. If not, we'll begin to see Amorim out, because we won't sit down and watch this club go down the drain before we take him out. So I put it to you guys. This loss is not about 3 points. It's about the fact that mentality of Man United is just weird. Manchester City played like champions. They had the champions mentality. But we're just barely playing like survivors. We're just playing like we're just scrapping the floor. Unless Amorim finds a way to ignite this squad. And the faster he does it, if not, we'll just go down the drain, because the more losses we have, the more the gap keeps closing. So I put it to you guys. Do you think it was about tactics or individual errors? Or do you think that it's just pure mentality that made Man City win this game and Manchester United lose this game? Because to me, losing to Manchester City is one thing, but losing to them without a single fight, without one reply to their goal, is simply unforgivable. Let me know what you think in the comment section.